Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name Haris Hakimi bin Heri and my partner Muhammad Faiz Zulkarnain. So this video for the assignment to PCB process. So let's start. So the step 1 is design. Before we start the PCB, we need to design the board. So this blueprint will be what that we base the process of. So this design process generally complete by through the computer software like Proteus, obviously. So next we need to printing the designs. So look at this picture. So we have two colors, black and white, but we call it clear ink and black ink. So this to show the black ink, to show that the conductive copper threads and the circuit. So for the clear ink, to show the non-conductive area. So next, this step for the step 3 is creating the substrate. So now when the PCB will start to form the substrate, which is the insulting material exposure resins. Look at this the liquid over here, and the glass fiber that hold the components on the structure begins forming by passing the material through an oven to be semi-cured. Okay, the copper is pre-bonded to both sides of the layer and then etches away to show the design from the printed film. So for the step 4, we're looking at the first picture. Over here we have hardened resist, export copper. We have a lot of layer. So this is printing the inner layer. So this design is printed to eliminate the body of the structure. So a photosensitive film made from photoreactive chemical, okay, that will harden when they exposed to ultraviolet light. The resist cover the structure. So this will help the align of the blueprints and the actual prints of the board. So next step for the step 5 is ultraviolet light. So look at this picture, two of this picture. Once aligned, the resist and luminate go under the ultraviolet light to harden the photoresist. The light reveal the pathway of the copper. The black ink from before prevent the hardening in area that will be removed later on. So the board is the washer is an alkaline solutions to remove the excess photoresist. So step 6 is removing the unwanted coppers. So if you can see two of these pictures, we need to remove the unwanted copper that remain on the board. So similar, we use alkaline solutions, it away at the unwanted copper, hardened photoresist remain intact. So next, step 7, inspections. So as you can see these pictures, after clean, the layer will need to inspect the alignments. The drill hole early helps align the inner and outer layer. An optical punch machines drill a pin through the holes to keep the layer lined up. After the optical punch, another machine will inspect on the board, ensure there are no defects. So step 8, eliminating the layer. So as you can see two of this picture, now you will see the board take shape as the layer fuse together. A metal clamp hold the layer together as the laminating process begins. A prepacked epoxy resin layer goes on the alignment basin. Then a layer of the substrate goes over the prepack, followed by a copper foil layer and more prepacked resins. So lastly, there are no more copper layer applied. So for the step 9, pressing the layer. So this picture shows that this is the result of pressing all layer. A mechanical press is then used to press the layer together. Pins are punched through the layer to keep them properly aligned and secure. This pin can be removed depending on the technology. If correct, the PCB will go to the laminating press, which apply heat and pressure to the layer. The epoxy melt inside the prepacked deck along with the pressure fuse the layer together. So next we need to drill a hole drill into the layer by a computer guide drill to expose the substrate and the inner panel by remaining copper after this step is removed. As you can see for this picture, this is a drilling process. So next we need to planting. The board is now ready to plant. A chemical solution fuse all of the layer together. The board is then thrown clean by another series of the chemical. So next we need to outer layer imaging. So this process, you can see, just see the picture, the bottom of the picture. So the clear we have a full resist, and after exposed the picture become like this. So similar to the step 3 applied to the outside layer before being sent for imaging, the ultraviolet light harden the photoresist. Any unresist photoresist is removed. So 13, planting. Just like step 11, the panel is planted with a thin copper layer. After this, a thin guard is layered to the board. A tin is there to protect the copper. Okay, next, etching. The same chemical solution from before remove any unwanted copper under the resist layer. The thin guard layer protect the needed copper. So this is the step establish the PCB connection. So step 15, solder mask application. As you can see the picture on the bottom picture, okay, the PCB goes to the green color. Typically you can see that. So all the panels should be cleaned before the solder mask is applied. Epoxy is applied with the solder mask. The solder mask applied green color you typically see on the PCB. Okay, so any unwanted solder mask is removed with ultraviolet light, while the wanted solder mask is back on the board. So the next last step is zinc screening. So zinc screening is a vital step since the process is what print critical information onto the board. Once applied, the PCB pass through one last coating and curing process. Second last process is surface finisher. The PCB is plain with either a solderable finish, depending on the requirement, which will increase the quality board on the solder. So lastly, the testing process. Before the PCB considering complete, we need to test the board before we allow the original blueprint design. So that's it. So I already tell all the steps from the one design until the last one testing. So that's it from us. Thank you.